Hey Minecraft, Kallan here, and welcome to my first ever episode on the ProtoTech survival server. It is episode 1, and today I'm just going to be helping out the server in whatever way I possibly can, and maybe pulling a few shenanigans along the way. The first item on my agenda is I need to empty out the quarry, or the mesa quarry over here. The storage is filling up rapidly. It used to be up to here, and I'm just going to be emptying it, so I'm just going to grab a bunch of the stuff. And I'm going to head over to the quad witch hut perimeter to go empty out these boxes. And then we're probably going to be working on the cold perimeter today. So let's see what happens. And that's the last of the shulker boxes that need to be stored. Perfect. That's my chores for the day done. Now, how about we go work on some personal projects? I'm here at the ProtoTech's map area, and I'm going to be making a very, very nice map art for the entire server. And I'm just going to plaster it everywhere, and I'm going to make sure that people see the map art, because oh god, oh goodness, is it going to be a fun little map art. We're here at the cold perimeter, where we're going to be putting in nice little streaks in the light blue wall over here. We've got Ray, Pineapple Cake, Nuticus, Johnny as well, here to help us out. I have no idea how long this will take, because this is quite the large perimeter, but it should be good. The cold perimeter wall is now completely finished. Ray, myself, Gamer, Nuticus, and a lot of the other ProtoTech members finished off last night in a stream. Good for you if you managed to make it. But now that it's done, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do now. I might just go finish up that map art I was working on earlier. We'll see. A few of the ProtoTech members have asked me, Kallan, what is this map art that you're creating? I said you'll find out soon enough. So, the idea for this map art came after I had a magnificent idea when I first joined the server. I thought, wouldn't it be great to make a map art that everyone will have to listen to since it's a map art? No one's gonna listen to it. But, stage 1 of my master plan is done. I have completed the map art, and it's none other than MulfoK. This is perfect. Now I just have to go get a ton of maps, and I'm going to plaster it all over the server. No one will be safe. The first of the maps starts to pop around here on the quad witch hut perimeter. Now I'm gonna go find some more places to dump these. Let's add some more here. Maybe if I head up here, I can place some on the Know You and my Uno card. Oh, I've never had so much fun. Sub to MulfoK. Sub to MulfoK. It will be everywhere. Some more have been added to the cold perimeter path. Luckily, no one's online, so I can actually get away with this. God, I feel so terrible, but this is hilarious. Now, to add... I love this. Oh, I've never had so much fun with maps. I've done it. I've plastered my sub to MulfoK map all over the entire server. No one is safe. You will come across this item frame sooner or later if you play on this ProtoTech server. I put it in every public path, every frequently traveled path, and I've covered entire portals in it. Nobody can stop me. So, I've started a little work on my own little base here, just a little bit off from the quad witch hut perimeter. It's quite hidden. I'm not too sure anyone will find it unless they find the nether portal on the nether roof. But inside I have just a basic setup, a pretty chunky storage system, a few more shulker boxes here, added a lot of decoration in. I'm not the best builder, but I think I'm decent. And this nether portal, it's linked up from the nether roof, but I don't know what will happen if I go through, so let's take a look-see. And I get teleported to the quad witch hut perimeter portal. Yeah, that's just what I thought would happen. I have been tasked with redoing the actual pass to the cold perimeter, and instead replacing it with a piston bolt by Johnny L Gamer. I asked to do it though, since using the ice path was getting really tiresome. So I've got a bit of it done. A lot of the time I've spent was literally just working on the design for the path, since I want it to look pretty nice, and also trying to figure out if it's wide enough for one that goes there to the cold perimeter and one back. This will probably take me a few days, but well, it'll definitely be worth it. I've made a good amount of progress on the piston bolt to the cold perimeter, and I have to say, adding lamps to piston bolts just make it all the more satisfying. Look at that. Don't you love it? I could do this all day. Press it over and over again. But how about instead of just watching it go, let's actually press it and write it. So it doesn't go that far right now, but this is about like 3 hours of work. So I feel like it's definitely gone far. The most tedious part of the entire process is really just digging out the cave and putting in the floor. The piston bolt's easy to build. It's just the decoration that is really annoying to handle. Since I am a complete and total spoon, I have made a pretty mild mistake. Mild in terms of like how it's gonna affect the server, and major in terms of the amount of work I've put into the piston bolt. So the piston bolt that I built, right? When L-Gamer gave me the green light to go and make it, I built it under the nether roof where the ice path was, because I naturally assumed that's where it should go, right? But no. In a voice chat, Ray told me that you were supposed to build it on top of the nether roof, which I have now gone and done. I definitely haven't finished the piston bolt, and I've done and I'm doing the work on the piston bolt from the portal. But it works, which is really nice, and it also has a bit of a turning station. So if we just go ahead and click it, we get fired right off, and we start. And then at this turning station, we start riding right next to Smokey's piston bolt over there, and all the way back to 0, 0. I haven't done yet, so it's gonna take a little bit, just a bit to actually continue the work on this. I have all the materials. It's just really tedious. The most annoying part of building this thing was probably the straight piston bolt and the turning station, because those two things were difficult to manage. After about 8 hours of tedious work, Nuticus came in and helped me with placing some carpet on the piston bolt. But yeah, it took forever. And now that it's actually done, this 8 hours of work go by in 1 minute. Oh, don't I love piston bolts. Such a pain to set up, yet they go by so quickly. Honestly, the hardest part about this piston bolt was the turning station and the straight piston bolt, because those were probably the most ridiculous to set up, and like, I hated it. Also, the server's been lagging pretty hard lately, so not the best thing too. But after about a few seconds, we should reach spawn eventually. I'll just let it run so you can see how far this goes. And here we are, back at spawn. 8 hours of work gone by in a minute. At least the second bolt shouldn't take too long. I have now gotten both the piston bolts to the cold perimeter done. Plastered my lovely little maps against it so that everyone will know to subscribe to me every time they ride this piston bolt. It's right next to Smokey's 10,000 block long one. Don't know what he was thinking when he built it. That's probably dedication. I felt so dead while building this. Oh god, it was tiring, right? Really tiring. I'm not going to be building another piston bolt for at least a few weeks. Need a break from it. Lord Chaotic Wolf jumped in and helped me after a bit, because I was having a lot of trouble with the junction on this piston bolt. But I like to say he helped, but he just took a world download and schematic and put it in the SMP and said good luck. Yeah, thanks for that. Unfortunately, I think that's all the time I have for today. But before I go, I would like to thank all my current Patreon supporters, which I say as a plural, but I really only mean one. Thank you, Garrett Hobbs, for donating to me, and to everyone else, if you would like to support me on Patreon, I do have a link in the description. I don't expect you to, but it really does help the channel out, and I would also like to thank my sister for this absolutely fantastic art. She put it together and included some of her friends in it as well, but I have to say, I look absolutely maniacal. I'll let you figure out the inspiration for this art on your own. Be sure to check out her Instagram in the description. She does absolutely fantastic art. And finally, if you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you really loved it, do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out and me personally. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.